In a small wooden house in Milan, Ohio, on February 11, 1847, a baby cried for the first time, one who would grow up to reshape the modern world. His name was Thomas Alva Edison, and though he entered life quietly, he would one day become a symbol of human imagination and persistence. His inventions would touch every corner of the world. His ideas would change the way people lived, worked, learned, and even dreamed. This is the story of the man who lit the world. Thomas Edison's childhood was far from ordinary. He was the youngest of 7 children, born to Samuel and Nancy Edison. His father was a restless, energetic man with big ideas, while his mother was a schoolteacher who believed deeply in the power of education. Edison grew up curious, very curious. He asked endless questions, dismantled objects to see how they worked, and constantly searched for the why behind everything. But the schools he attended did not appreciate this curiosity. Teachers thought he asked too many questions. One even called him addled, meaning slow or confused. His mother disagreed. She believed her son's curiosity was a gift, not a problem. So she took him out of school and taught him at home. Under her guidance, Edison blossomed. He read hundreds of books, history, science, mechanics, and chemistry. He explored the world through experiments, filling the family's basement with bottles, wires, tools, and a small chemical laboratory. Young Edison wasn't a typical student, but he was already a scientist in the making. At age 12, he got his first job selling newspapers and snacks on the Grand Trunk Railroad. The work was tough, but Edison turned it into an opportunity. He set up a tiny printing press inside the baggage car and began publishing his own newspaper, the Grand Trunk Herald. It was the first newspaper ever printed on a moving train. Edison also set up a small chemistry lab in the same baggage car. He would run experiments between stops, even though the train rocked back and forth. Eventually, one of his bottles broke, causing a small fire. The conductor kicked him off the train and banned him from returning. But Edison didn't complain. He simply moved on and kept learning. One day, while working near the train tracks, Edison saw a stationmaster's young son wandering onto the rails as a train approached. Without hesitation, Edison ran toward him, grabbed the boy, and pulled him to safety. The stationmaster was so grateful that he taught Edison how to operate the telegraph machine. This moment changed Edison's life. Telegraphy became his entrance into the world of technology. Edison spent the next few years working as a telegraph operator in different cities. He worked long nights, sending and receiving messages using Morse code. The machines fascinated him. He began experimenting, looking for ways to improve telegraph systems. He studied their wires, batteries, switches, and signals. Soon, he became known as an expert, someone who could fix or improve any system he touched. But Edison wanted more. He didn't want to repair machines. He wanted to invent new ones. In 1869, Edison moved to New York City with little more than a dream and a few dollars in his pocket. He took a job fixing stock tickers, machines that printed stock prices from the New York Stock Exchange. Edison improved the ticker system so well that a company paid him $40,000 for the rights to his invention. For the first time, Edison had real money. And he instantly invested it into what he wanted most, an invention laboratory. He moved to Newark, New Jersey, and opened a workshop. It was chaotic, loud, and full of energy. Workers called it an inventor's paradise. Edison was always experimenting, day and night. He rarely slept more than 4 hours. Sometimes he worked for 24 or even 48 hours straight, powered by excitement and determination. His motto was simple: genius is 1% inspiration and 99% perspiration. He truly believed that hard work was the heart of invention. Edison's lab produced dozens of inventions, but the biggest breakthrough came when he moved to Menlo Park, New Jersey. There, Edison built the world's first true research and development laboratory, a place where teams of people worked together to create new technologies. It was in Menlo Park that Edison would earn his greatest nickname, the Wizard of Menlo Park. One of his first major inventions there was the phonograph, created in 1877. It was the first machine capable of recording and playing sound. Edison's voice echoed through history when he recorded the nursery rhyme, "Mary Had a Little Lamb." People were stunned. They had never heard a human voice preserved and played back. The phonograph seemed like magic, a machine that stole voices from the air and returned them on command. But Edison was far from finished. Since childhood, he had dreamed of finding a safe, reliable, and inexpensive way to light homes and streets. At the time, people used gas lamps or candles, both dangerous and dim. Edison wanted something better, electric light. Dozens of scientists had attempted to build a practical light bulb, but none had succeeded. Edison believed he could solve the problem. He experimented with thousands of materials for the filament, the tiny wire inside the bulb that glows when electricity flows through it. Bamboo, cotton, linen, hair, cardboard, he tried everything. His lab filled with failures. Wires burned. Bulbs exploded. Filaments broke. But Edison refused to give up. His determination impressed everyone around him. Finally, in 1879, he found the solution. After trying more than 6,000 different materials, Edison and his team discovered that a carbonized cotton filament, placed inside a vacuum-sealed glass bulb, could glow for many hours without burning out. For the first time in history, a practical electric light bulb existed. On New Year's Eve in 1879, Edison invited journalists and townspeople to Menlo Park. Hundreds gathered in front of the laboratory as Edison switched on a row of glowing bulbs. A warm, steady light illuminated the night. People gasped, clapped, and cheered. They realized they were witnessing the beginning of a new era. The world would never be the same. But Edison knew that inventing the light bulb wasn't enough. To bring electric light into homes and cities, he needed an entire system: generators, wiring, switches, and safety controls. So he built them. Edison created the first electrical power distribution system, essentially the blueprint of today's electrical grids. In 1882, he switched on the first power station in New York City. It lit up homes, offices, and streets. That night, New Yorkers saw electric light spread across their city for the first time. Edison had truly changed the world. As his fame grew, so did competition. One of his biggest rivals was Nikola Tesla. The two disagreed over how electricity should be transmitted. Edison supported direct current, DC, while Tesla promoted alternating current, AC. Their technological rivalry, known as the War of Currents, would shape the future of electricity. Despite the conflict, Edison continued inventing, driven by his unshakable belief in progress. In the years that followed, Edison created countless innovations: improved telegraphs, better telephone transmitters, early movie cameras, storage batteries, and more. He established the Edison Manufacturing Company and later the Motion Picture Patents Company, helping to launch the modern film industry. Edison's studio produced some of the first moving pictures ever recorded, simple scenes of dancers, boxers, animals, and daily life. By the time he reached old age, Edison held over 1,000 patents, more than almost any inventor in history. But numbers alone cannot measure his impact. His inventions shaped communication, entertainment, transportation, business, and daily life. Through persistence and imagination, he helped build the foundation of the modern world. Yet Edison remained humble. He credited his success not to brilliance, but to hard work. He believed in testing ideas again and again, learning from failure, and never losing curiosity. He often said, "I have not failed. I've just found 10,000 ways that won't work." In October 1931, at the age of 84, Thomas Edison passed away at his home in New Jersey. The world mourned the loss of a great innovator. In his honor, people across America turned off their electric lights for 1 minute, a silent tribute to the man who had given them illumination. But Edison's light never truly went out. His legacy continues to shine in every lamp, in every recorded sound, in every film, in every battery, and in every electrical system around the world. His life teaches us that progress comes from curiosity, determination, and the courage to imagine a better future. Thomas Edison was not born wealthy or privileged. He was not born a genius. He became one through perseverance, creativity, and an unshakable belief in human possibility. From a curious child in Ohio to one of history's greatest inventors, his journey remains an inspiration to dreamers everywhere. Edison lit the world, not only with electricity, but with the enduring power of human ingenuity. As we switch on a light, listen to music, or watch a movie, we still feel the spark he left behind. His story reminds us that even the boldest dreams can become reality when powered by curiosity, passion, and the willingness to try again and again. Thomas Edison changed the world with his ideas. And in doing so, he proved a timeless truth. The brightest lights come from those who refuse to stop searching in the dark. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with others who love history. Don't forget to subscribe for more powerful stories of leaders, legends, and the journeys that shaped our world.